Have you ever looked at someone whose life seems to be going well, and wondered, are they really okay? Have you ever seen a friend who used to be happy and full of dreams suddenly become quiet and distant? Have you ever asked yourself what's going on inside their soul? Today, I want to share with you 3 true stories. 3 young people whose lives seem bright, but ended up in deep darkness. These aren't just their stories, they're reminders. Reminders about loneliness, mental health, and the connections we sometimes forget. Roley Kohberger, from graduate student to murder suspect. Do you know Roley Kohberger? A young man known for his intelligence, pursuing a PhD in criminology at a top American university. People admired him, his intellect, his diligence, his promising future. But one day, his name wasn't in academic headlines anymore. It was in crime reports. Bryan became the prime suspect in the brutal killing of 4 college students in Idaho. Have you ever wondered, what could make someone like Bryan, so smart, so full of potential, fall into such darkness? They say he was quiet, lived in isolation, no close friends. He lived in his own world, obsessed with crime topics. There were signs, but maybe no one noticed, or no one knew how to help. Have you ever seen someone change like that? From outgoing to quiet, from social to distant. You ask them what's wrong, but are met with silence. As the investigation went on, people uncovered chilling details about Bryan's inner life, and it made the world shudder. Wess, from aspiring firefighter to perpetrator. Let me tell you about Wess. He dreamed of being a firefighter, helping people, saving lives, a noble, beautiful dream. But life doesn't always go as planned. He failed the exams, faced rejection, unemployment, disappointment, and then loneliness. Not just being alone, but the kind of loneliness that grows bitter, that turns into anger, into hatred. One day, Wess ambushed a group of firefighters. Yes, the very people he once dreamed of standing beside. Can you imagine? The dream became the enemy. Have you ever watched someone drift away like that? From hope to hostility? Wess is a reminder that when people feel invisible, when pain festers alone, it can grow into something dangerous. Luigi Mangione, top student, then lost in digital shadows. Now, let me tell you about Luigi Mangione, top student, valedictorian, admitted to the University of Pennsylvania, a future so bright. But then, a tragic accident, spinal injury, surgery, recovery, not just of the body, but of the mind. Luigi withdrew, shut down, fell into the echo chambers of extremist content online, and eventually, he was accused in a shooting incident. From excellence to destruction. From high potential to headlines of horror. Have you ever known someone slowly slipping into a darker version of themselves? Not all at once, but day by day. The loneliness behind the screen, the pain no one sees. Questions for you. Have you ever felt so lonely that you couldn't speak? Seen someone change, grow distant, and you didn't know how to help? Have you ever believed success equals happiness, only to realize that even the brightest minds can suffer in silence? 3. Deep lessons. 1. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a danger. It steals joy, connection, hope. 2. Intelligence and success cannot replace mental health. A strong mind needs a healthy soul. 3. Timely care and human connection can save lives. Even one question, one gesture, can make the difference. The silent cracks in the soul. Loneliness isn't always visible. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Have you ever felt different? Like you can't say what you feel because they won't understand? That's how it begins. A small crack that grows. The pain of silence. Bryan, Wess, Luigi. They all carried silent pain. Not explosive rage, but quiet storms, building up over time. Have you ever felt like you're screaming inside, but no one can hear? Society's invisible pressure. You must succeed, be perfect, never stop. But what about those mornings? You can't even get out of bed, or nights you stare at the ceiling, drowning in worry. And yet, we hide it, because we're told, be strong, don't complain. That silence, it's dangerous. Disconnection. When you lose connection with yourself, with others, it's like being in a room full of people, but feeling like a ghost. Have you ever felt like that? Obsession, doubt, despair. They didn't just feel sad, they got stuck. Bryan, obsessed with crime. Luigi, swallowed by online radicalism. Wess, consumed by anger. Have you ever been trapped in your own mind? Why people don't ask for help? Because they're scared. Scared of judgment, of being labeled weak or crazy. You've probably heard it. Don't make a fuss. Just push through. That's not help. That's silence. And silence can be deadly. How to break the cycle? Accept your feelings. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to not be okay. Seek connection. Talk to someone. Even one word, one hug, can bring someone back. Adjust expectations. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. Rest, breathe, heal. Speak up. Let's build a world where asking for help is strength, not shame. Walking together, because no one should suffer alone. The stories of Bryan, Wess, and Luigi aren't just tragedies. They're reminders. Anyone can fall, but no one should fall alone. If you're reading this, maybe you've been through pain, or maybe someone you love has. You're not alone. You matter. Sometimes, all it takes is someone who shows up. Will you be that someone? Final words. Life is hard, but we can make it less lonely by listening, by understanding, by loving. So tell me, do you have a story? Have you felt this way? I'm listening.